Kuzdampo and welcome back. My name is Sonam Pencho and I'm the host of the Mindful Journeys Caring for International Students. Today is our episode 8 and with me in the studio I have my co-host Dr. Sonam Pelton. And before we start, I would like to thank our sponsors and all. This show is brought to you all by CB Media, and it's generously sponsored by Bodify BCPF and powered by CB Custom Print. Thank you, Doctor.
Oh, thank you, Sonam. We've got 3 Sonams today, actually.
Yes.
So we are full of luck and fortune today.
Yes.
So we've got a special guest today. We lovingly call him Acha Sonam Lendup Reddy, who's 15 years old.
Yes.
And he is partly from King and partly from Paro, but he'll tell you a bit more about him. But welcome, Acha Sonam.
Thank you for inviting me.
Could you tell us a bit about whatever is on your mind? Where are you from?
First, I'm very nervous. Second, my name is Sonam Lendup Reddy. I'm 15 years old and I've lived here for around 6 years.
No?
So very long. I was brought up in Thimphu, and yeah.
What were your early memories of your childhood, Acha Sonam?
Oh, okay. My earliest one was, I guess, like, I was about to leave Bhutan, so it was the last night in Bhutan. So I was at Paro, being with my family, having my last dinner with them. I could have that clear memory of that, and then I just left. It was sad.
I can feel it.
When we came here, earlier, we had a little bit discussion, and then he said he was asking me which one do I prefer, Bhutan or Australia, and then I asked you the same question as well. So maybe to our viewers and listeners, if you would like to share what is the take on this one, whether you prefer to be in Bhutan or here in Australia.
Okay.
I know you have a very short stay in Bhutan. You were year 4, I think.
Yes.
Yeah. So even that. Yeah. Let us hear your.
So my, I guess, preference is being here. I have lots of opportunities, different kind of ambitions and all that stuff which I can fulfill. But the most important thing is for me is family, which I really missed back home. So I prefer like Bhutan because I haven't been there for a long time. That's why.
In terms of education, you have studied in Bhutan and also you're studying here. What do you think? Is there a difference in how the education system is, and what do you think?
Yes, big difference. In Bhutan, I feel like it's more stricter and more work. But over here, it's easier and more softer.
Right.
I guess to the students, so which is more. I guess I prefer that.
Are you okay?
Yeah. And teachers are more like, I guess, friendly. Yeah, and we can share our feelings to them easily.
Right.
Yeah.
Definitely more approachable than
Bhutan.
Okay. What else did you or do you like about being here?
Over here, the internet is very good.
Yes.
Better than Bhutan's. Other than that, I'm not sure. Over here, it's very good. Food is good, yeah.
Okay. Let's hear. What are your interests? What do you want to become in future? What are your plans? Do you have your parents are saying something and you have some different in your mind? So what do you want to
So
when you grow?
thank you. So my plan is to, I guess, become a monk
Mm-hmm.
probably about next year,
Mm-hmm.
I hope, and also and like go and visit my family as well.
Mhm.
Try to visit my family.
Right.
Yep, that's it.
If the questions are not helpful, so now don't have to answer. But I'm
Yeah.
very
Okay.
curious.
Yeah.
Why monk? Why that path?
Okay. When I was young, I don't know why, but I had like a very big interest in that kind of stuff. You know, studying about Buddhism, being with the monks, talking about, you know, life and death,
Mm-hmm.
and, you know, using ritual of objects and just being with them. It was so interesting for me. Then I told myself that I want to become like that. I want to become like them. And then back then I thought becoming a monk was just, you know, doing rituals, all that stuff. But at this age, I feel that becoming a monk is not only that, it's about, I guess, learning about Buddha's teaching and also being a benefit.
Like you know, here it's a developed country, and even in Bhutan, we do have all those you know, connections, internet, mobile phones, social medias. So with this one, you know, because you're interested in the Buddhist teaching and learning, do you get distracted with this social media usage, or you preferred, you know, being, you know, more towards the Buddhist path than just, you know, going through the mobile phone like every other teenagers does? What do you say?
Yes, I get distracted over everything. But sometimes when I have time and when I have the motivation to do stuff, I do it like 100%. But when I feel unsure if I want to do it, then I just do what I want to do. But if I have that, I guess, devotion, like I had if I felt devotion to do stuff, I do it. So with the practice and all of that, I try to do it daily. Yes. So, but other than that, not often.
Okay, so there is a restriction with
Yes.
that one. So do you think, like you said, you want to go next year or sometime?
I hope.
You want to go and then, you know, live the life of the monkship. And when you do that one, do you think that you will be able to, you know, give up all those, you know, the worldly things like mobile phones and your social medias, your friends? What do you think? Like, have you already decided that, okay, I'm gonna not use this one, you know, I just want to dedicate on the path that I have chosen? So,
To be honest, no, I can't, you know, get rid of those easily. But I try to tell myself, you know, you know, maybe, you know, have a time limit,
Right.
you know, limit, you know. Sometimes you can, I guess, draw, read books other than using phone.
Right.
But sometimes it doesn't work, so I just do what I want to do. But it takes time, you know.
Yeah.
It takes time.
Everything. Yeah.
So like right now I'm trying to take my own time to you know, get rid of those, but still trying.
That's good to know. You know, at the very young age, you have come to the realization that worldly things are not, you know, only thing that you could focus on. Because for me, to be frank, I still don't have my, what do you call, the root guru. I don't have. I do believe in all the teachings and all, and then I do, you know, go and get blessings from all the leaders, you know, but I don't have, you know, particular guru that which I can say, this is my guru. And then, so do you think that you know, we have to have some, you know, sort of your own teacher or guru, we say, So is it important to have that one, or just believe in everything and then don't particularly focus on one? What do you think? It may be a silly question, but yeah.
First of all, I'm not that learned, but I'm just going to talk from my experience.
Yeah.
So I feel that it depends with your practice. If you're doing, I guess, some sort of sadhana, you might need guru, but if you just want to, I guess, study Buddhism, it will take time to find a, I guess, good guru. But if you just want to, I guess, study Buddhism and then just learn about Buddhism and follow Buddhism, I guess you don't need one. Right now, you don't need one. So it just depends.
What do you reckon, Dr.? Because I know you engage a lot in this, activities through Australia. What are your thinkings on that?
My own views? Right. I think there are, my understanding from so far, I know there are many vehicles or paths even within the Buddhist studies. I like to stay away from using the word ism, which is Buddhism, but Buddhist philosophies overall. And there are many paths and practices. And I'm aware that particularly the one that we are, the Buddhists, we are sort of drenched in ways, with our dratha trainings and all of that, is the Vajrayana path. And one of the deep-seated trainings in Vajrayana is to be guided by a guru. Of course, your mind is your guru, but then also having the right external guru. So if it is that path, then yes, I think it makes a huge difference to arrive at a time to meet and to be blessed by that meeting, and then to explore the path thereon under the guidance. It's complex, but I think there aren't words enough to really comprehend that whole journey. So for me, it's been, it's quite a journey. It's special, it's profound,
I think I'm not able to, get into that one, because I feel like, if you worship one particular guru, then you are sort of, drawn to that one, and then you forget about exploring other things. So having a guru, does it restrict you?
I think first answer is, in life there are always restrictions that we pose because of our moral codes, of course. But I was where you are, so now very much, very critical, always questioning. I even have a critical mind now, and we're encouraged to have that, even with your guru. But only when you are on that journey, in the guidance of your teacher, that you know when is it to stray, when is it not to stray. So you only have that when you experience it. I think me telling you or telling anybody is not going to make any sense. It did not make sense to me when my mom and dad told me this. So not so long ago.
There is a right time.
There's always a right time, I think, and it has to be your journey. It's just this humanistic existential thinking about spontaneity of life. So that's
Okay. Coming back to you again, as a child, when you first migrated from Bhutan, what were some of the difficulties that you came across?
I guess first the culture, Australian culture,
right?
And back then I couldn't speak English that well. That I had to go to different schools,
right?
So that's, and I guess interacting with people as well. Making friends, and then I guess even school as well, talking to the teacher, as well as I guess talking to people as well.
Making friends.
Yes. So that's the only problem that I had.
How did you overcome those?
It took some time, but I guess the key to it was confident.
Confident.
And just interacting with people. Whatever they say, you just say, okay. You know? Yep, that's how I did it.
Did your parents, you know, I know you came with your parents here, did they be instrumental in your confidence, or it just built up when you had to? How?
I just built it up, you know. Back then I used to be shy, but now I feel more brave to talk to people, even to strangers. I can just go up to them and say hi. And yeah.
So you have become more of outgoing.
Yeah.
You know, that's good. So it's building, even as a child. So I think there is a different path as international students. We have been discussing all those the difficulties and how they overcome and all with the adults. But hearing from your perspective is different. As a child, did you had some kind of time where you were not able to express things, and even to your parents you are not able to express to them? Did you come across such incidents?
Expressing about what?
Expressing your whatever your
emotions,
something going inside.
Yes. Yeah. Because I had a very, I guess, big problem. It's about expressing emotions, which I really can't do it. Even talking to people, I really can't express my emotion. It's like really, I guess, hard to do it. But even to my parents, so like I had a very hard time doing that. Because first, when I came here, I couldn't speak English that well. Second, if I wanted to explain how I felt and all that stuff, I couldn't use, I guess, words that I wanted to use.
Express.
Yep. And like I had back then I had problems with people, interacting people, as I said again, and that's why as well.
Do you think there is certain rules that parents need to do, from your perspective? Because there are lots of parents who are trying to encourage their children, be independent, be expressive and all. But then do you see some particular way that you as a child want your parents to do?
I guess go easy on me, to be honest.
Okay.
Ask what's happening at school. Just talk with them. Have a moment. Sit and talk with them.
Okay.
And then just talk about how they feel, what's going on. That's it.
Okay. Taking up our time, a family time. That's good. That's good.
I'm just sitting here, it's like meditating being with you. I just know my mind's blank. But I remembered as you talked about your difficulties, I met you, I think, when you had arrived not so long ago, and you and some other groups of your friends, we met once, and I remember one young person, friend of yours, saying he had just gone to school here all the way from Bhutan, and this was his initial days, and he said somebody in the school told him that he did not speak English well, and he was feeling really upset. And I remember what he said. He said he was insulting my identity. I think he was about 8 or 9 years old, this friend of yours who said this. And he couldn't express, but he was really upset that somebody in the school said he couldn't speak English. So that was his. Can you remember anything like that, like any experience that was really difficult for you in the initial days?
Luckily, I didn't experience stuff like that, but I guess at school I was the only Bhutanese, so which was really hard for me. And like I had no one to talk to, but I had other, other friends. But when you're with Bhutanese, you like express more.
Right.
But I couldn't do that because I was the only Bhutanese. Other than that, I didn't have any problem.
That's really good. So, like, I understand that you still able to read and write and also talk in Dzongkha. So, what do you think? Like, the children, people, leaving country, coming to other, different part of the world, and having to learn their way of living, and also, all the surroundings become different. Do you see any, what are your perspectives like? What do you see as a Bhutanese? What is your identity?
Oh, my identity. I guess being a Bhutanese, the true identity is, I guess, our culture, and wearing go, kiras, and all that stuff, and even food, emadasi, all that stuff. It's our identity. And for me, as a Bhutanese, I think the real identity is hospitality, which Bhutanese have. Every Bhutanese has it. They welcome, strangers. Give them tea, food, all that stuff. So I guess Bhutanese identity is kindness, hard work, and I guess hospitality and all that stuff.
Do you see that if you stay here for the longer period of time, you might change those, or you might become an Aussie? What do you reckon?
I don't know. I really don't know. Because my parents' intention was for me to change, and I guess in a good way. Speaking English, being knowledgeable. But in that 6 years, I've been the same. But I have learned so many stuff. English, all that stuff, history and all that stuff about Australia, I consider Australia as my second home, So yeah.
But you still have that, Bhutanese root.
Yes,
and
yes,
you,
very much.
You prefer that one. That's good.
I was going to ask that question. What has remained the same for you? You talked about Ajasonam practices, your daily practices. What sorts of practices do you do, and why?
Okay. So first I have to thank you, Adespi. She was the one who introduced me to Dulchok. It's a very beautiful practice. It's, I guess, a very good practice to Jizan Drama, and then I feel that when I do it daily, I feel more connected to Jizan Drama, and then I feel blessed every morning. I feel blessed. I guess some sort of excitement comes inside when I do that. So because of Auntie SB, I had the greatest opportunity to meet His Eminence Kyotonkapa and even speak to him. And I received lots of, I guess, empowerments, oral transmission from His Eminence. So all thanks to Auntie SB. Thank you, Auntie Spi.
You're welcome. I think there were other people who were involved in it.
Yes.
You're welcome. And why is the practices important for you? And
it's important for me because my, I guess, personal practice first of all, and I had when I got the empowerment, I had to vow that I have to do it daily and all that stuff. So it's very special. That's why as well. So it's very important for me.
Thank you.
As a young, Buddhist, and also, from being a Bhutanese, do you have some sort of, the other younger generations like you coming together? Do you guys practice a similar tribe, or do you get together with other? I don't know if there are some other practitioners who does like you. Do you mingle with them? How is that helping? If you do?
With the younger ones, we have different programs.
Right.
We have different programs, but I usually do it with I guess older and more, I guess, experienced practitioners. I'm not saying I guess like I'm very good in practice, but I'm just saying I do it with them because I can learn from them, and I know what to do as well when I do it with them, because they can teach me as well as I learn from them. Yes.
So you prefer with the senior ones, I mean,
Yes.
like the older,
Yes.
rather than
Yes.
of your.
Because they are very experienced. That I can learn from them as well.
So you said there is a program different for your age. So what are the differences? Being with the adult and then the young ones, of your age. What do you see the differences in that?
The younger one, I guess, we do more like studying stuff, we learn stuff. But we learn stuff, and then I guess we do more activities, but the older ones, I feel like they just stick with the practice, that's it, and then they just show us how to do it. Yep.
So with the older ones you feel like you're practicing, but with the younger ones you feel like you're learning.
Yes.
Okay. That's interesting.
And I don't think there are younger people of your age, Sonam, who are practicing. So that's I think that discipline you have to practice every day, to train your mind, it's incredible. For a 14-year-old or a 15-year-old, Sonam. What sort of messages or hopes do you have for other young people from Bhutan who come to Australia?
Coming here is a very good option, first of all, because you have lots of opportunities as well as more I guess options. And that's it. I think, that's it. I have nothing else to say. That's it.
Thank you.
When you say like there is lots of opportunities here, when you first, when your parents were, when your parents said that, okay, we are going to Australia, did you have some resistance, or were you trying to say, okay, no, I don't want to go, or you were excited?
I was so excited. I told everyone at my school, I was like, now I'm going to Australia, I'm going to a foreign land, and I was, telling everyone, saying I'm going to Australia and all that stuff. I was so excited. But now I feel like, why did do that, you know? Why did I, come to Australia? Because I really miss my family, and the surrounding of Bhutan, peaceful, more natural, and the culture and the food, of course, food. Yeah, that's it.
Are you foodie?
Yes, very much.
Well, what are some of your favorite dishes from Bhutan and also international dishes?
If I guess if I'm in no mood, I'll just have emandas and rice. That's it. But if I'm if I really wanted to eat Bhutanese food, I would go for nyakam.
Nyakam.
Yeah, very good.
So your go-to dish is emadasi,
Yeah.
If you want to, that's your nyakam. Okay. And what about the international food? Do you like it? There are lots of Chinese, Indian, Western. So which one do you prefer?
Bhutanese. Bhutanese. But sometimes I like Chinese food. It's good. Even Indian food.
That's really good. Do you have some friends from India?
Yes.
China, Japan.
I got one friend from Turkey. And also from China, Mongolia, and also Switzerland.
Switzerland.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you guys take your own packed lunch or you get it from school? How's that?
Sometimes I pack it from home if I'm in a mood. But other than that, I just eat from school.
So when you take your packed lunch and all, do other friends they bring their packed lunch as well, and then do you guys share? How do you
Some they do, some they don't. But when I share my food, I share it with Bhutanese because I guess foreign people they don't like Bhutanese food. Either it's I guess spicy or it's just they don't like it.
Okay.
How does your day begin every day here in Australia? Your practices at home.
So in the morning I get up around 7, I think. Yeah, 7. And then I do my water offering, then do a bit of prayer, and then I get ready for school. Then after school I eat. I come home, I eat, then I take a nap, and then I do my tar practice, and then just I guess break, and then I just go to sleep.
You don't get what you call the homework
Sometimes
you usually get it in Bhutan.
Sometimes I do, but most of the time I don't.
Okay.
They just tell us to do revision.
So do you think this homework thing is good, or the students should not get the homework? What do you think?
For me, I think it's good to get homework because I don't study that much. But sometimes too much homework is not good as well, because you might have other things to do other than homework.
So when you were studying in Bhutan, do you used to get the homework regularly, or it was similar?
Yes, lots of handwriting practice, question and answer, mostly handwriting practice. Yeah, and then if I didn't finish classwork, it would be a homework. That's why.
What are some of the difficulties you think other young people like you, children and parents who come to Australia experience, as parents and as children growing up in a household?
For me, I guess from my experience, I feel like the education system will really affect, not in a good way, it will affect the children because they have more freedom. And for the parents, I'm not sure, I really don't know, but for the kids, I feel like it's going to be a good life here. More freedom.
More opportunities.
Yes.
You said that as well.
What about the, in terms of, you said like parents should give time to their kids and then talk to them. Do you think it is, from your experience, are you able to get with your, sit down with your parents and talk about, or because it's when we come here, it's your parents will also have to study, have to go to work. They may not have more time, to spend with you. So, what do you think about that?
I guess giving time is really hard for the parents because they have work, they have other things to do, but you have to make time. Because family is important, very important. So I guess making time is important, and spending time with your family is important as well.
From your experience, you have been getting more attention from your parents, or if it is something that you don't want to answer, that's fine. But what do you?
Yes, I got so much attention. If my parents are busy, I can just talk to my sister, my older sister, and talking to my sister is more easier because parents give more tension, a little bit of tension. They'll be like, they'll be worried, they'll be like, what's happening? But your sister, you can talk to her as a friend. You can express more.
What is the difference between parenting in Bhutan and here? You must have experienced that two things, no?
In Bhutan, my family was very strict to me. I have to be honest now. They were very strict to me. Even to go outside, I have to ask permission to my auntie, my grandma. I have to ask permission because they cared about, me so much that I just have to stay at home. If I had to go outside, I have to go with someone, because it's a good thing as well because of that strictness. When I come to Australia, I can behave myself. I'd be like, oh, that's wrong, that's good. In Bhutan, if they gave me freedom, then when I came here, I'll be very wild. Very wild.
Yeah, there's one thing here, kids can call police upon their parents. Do you sometimes feel like you want to call police?
No.
No? Because, it's sometimes, it can happen, people, when there's lots of freedoms, people feel that, okay, I can do, get their culture, because lots of people around here, they are used to that one, and then they can also call police on their parents. So do you also felt something like that?
No, but when they scolded me and all that stuff, I felt very, angry at them. I felt like, why am I staying in Australia? I don't want to be with them. I want to go to Bhutan. I want to be there. But then it will take about 30 minutes. I'll be calm and I'll be like, if I go to Bhutan, there's no one else. There is family, but being with your parents is more than family.
So you get angry, but you reflect, and then you sort the things out. That's good.
I really wanted to reflect that, Josan, watching you grow, hearing about you, listening to you today, I'm always fascinated by how you always operate from a place of appreciation and gratitude, primarily towards your parents first, and that's extended to the rest of the world, to all of us. So it's it's a rare experience and attribute, I would say, in a young person.
I think it's I think with all the Buddhist kids that have been grown up and then had a chance to go to school in town, and like you said, your parents being stricter to you while back in Bhutan helped you not to become wild here, right? So there are some Bhutanese kids who were born here, and then there are generations of Bhutanese born, and then they will be brought up here as well. Do you see that this kind of culture that we had as a Bhutanese will diffuse? They will become more of Westerner rather than But do you feel that?
I guess right now it wouldn't, because we Bhutanese love our culture so much, because even in Australia, they have lots of Bhutanese restaurants, Bhutanese stores, and when we do I guess ceremonies, we do marchang, right? This kind of culture wouldn't we're using that culture and trying to, I guess, show people how rich our culture is. But now, I guess my generation, for my generation, I feel like it will still be there, but not rich as now.
That's a nice confidence as well.
and also, coming from a very young, person like you, it's really encouraging to see the future is at good hands.
Yes.
And thank you so much.
Thank you for inviting me.
And
thank
also
you.
sharing, your experiences. And before we wrap up, so do you have anything to say, as an advice, or your experience to the people of likes of yours, like same age as yours? Do you have anything to say?
Or to the viewers?
First of all, I want to thank you guys very much, and especially Auntie SPNU, thank you. And yes, be Bhutanese, don't lose our identity and our richness of culture, and be happy. Thank you.
Okay, being from Bhutan, our happiest country, they say. So be happy to everyone. That's good one. Thank you so much again.
Thank you.
Thank you, and thank you so much, all the viewers. And this is like we always share, that this is not scripted, and whatever we discuss in this podcast is our own opinion, and it's nothing to be taken as advice or anything. Thank you, and see you again.